My mother could not make a man out of me. She did not know the language, the secret handshakes we did on our way to school. She didn't know how loud to laugh at the jokes in the locker rooms, in the interviews, in the barbershops, how to hide behind ego, how heavy the privilege. She never knew the things we said when mothers were not around, where we put the tears, where we put the people and the things we broke, where we put manhood when it was too painful to bear. My mother did not know how to make me into a man, so she made me into an adult instead. And the world never knew the difference.
Young man raised in West Baltimore by a family dominated or predominantly male and men. James Baldwin helped me challenge some of the misperceptions of what real manhood and masculinity is.
All right, my name is Kenneth Morrison. As an artist, I go by Kenneth Something. I'm a spoken word artist, and I'm a co-creator of the Blackness, Manhood, and Masculinity Project.
Initiative, yes. My name is Ernest Shaw. I'm a visual artist and educator, born and raised here in Baltimore.
That as a poet, James Baldwin is and has always been for me the epitome of what it means to be a black man. If we're having a conversation about blackness, manhood, and masculinity, then there are just some people that comes to mind that kind of is a lighthouse for this conversation. Like, what are the attributes that we're working towards? What are the characteristics that stand out when you talk about what does it mean to be a black man? The process of even trying to figure out how do we narrow down the questions and think about what questions do we ask people around what is blackness, what is manhood, what is masculinity, was an interesting process, because I think through our own conversations with each other, we realize how much goes unquestioned. The first man I knew was myself. I was 14. The first boy who bullied me was my dad. He was 40. I carry my masculinity the way I carry scissors, with the sharpest part held tightly in my hand, cautious to never run, in fear I may cut someone if I do. I watched my dad punch a hole into a wall, and I knew how strong a man could be. When I watched my dad punch my mom into a wall, I learned how weak a man could